For a man accused of corruption, racketeering and fraud, Jacob Zuma's court appearances are jubilant occasions. Hundreds of his followers travel from all over the country to support a man they want to be South Africa's next president. And Monday will be no different. If found guilty, Zuma could spend at least 15 years in jail, but this does not seem to worry the president of South Africa's ruling party. Do you think that it's appropriate for you to be the ANC's next presidential candidate for next year's election when you haven't been cleared of these charges?
I can feel it's not appropriate if I know I'm guilty. Why should I feel it's not appropriate when I'm not guilty? Why should I?
But his legal team appears to be doing everything in its power to delay proceedings, at least until next year, when all indications are Zuma will be elected president of the country.
And then the argument would be made that a sitting president cannot be liable, that they should not be liable for a trial or subjected to a trial because it will bring the country into disrepute, it brings the office into disrepute.
Zuma is accused of accepting bribes from a company that got one of the contracts in a multi-billion-dollar arms deal. He is also facing charges he had a corrupt relationship with his former financial advisor, Schabir Sheikh. Sheikh is serving a 15-year jail sentence after being found guilty of soliciting bribes for Zuma and using Zuma's political influence to benefit his businesses.
It would be best to release Honorable Jacob Zuma from his responsibilities.
That judgment led President Thabo Mbeki to sack Zuma as his deputy. But it also boosted Zuma's political base. Zuma supporters believe he is a victim of a political conspiracy aimed at denying him high office. They see him as the champion of the poor. But this case is not only about Jacob Zuma, it is also a test case for South Africa's democracy and the independence of its courts.
And obviously the strength of this case and how the courts actually act in this case and in other cases of a high-profile nature will either strengthen our institutions or weaken them.
Last week, the Constitutional Court rejected Zuma's claim that a raid on his home, which netted thousands of documents, was illegal. The ANC reacted sharply, saying it seems Zuma was being persecuted rather than prosecuted. The party is also under the microscope as its own interests threaten to clash with the legal process.